God knows me, why don't you know me? What to do, 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 what to do. It's May 9, 12/01, 2020, and had a dream vision yesterday. Had a dream vision yesterday. Jesus Christ. And
Sunday only, there will be no service on the portion of Line 1 between Lawrence and St. Clair due to ATC signal upgrades. Shuttle buses will run. Check ttc.ca for more information.
fucking streets, man.
If you notice an issue with the automatic stop announcements on a TTC vehicle, please report the vehicle number to customer service by phone, on Twitter, or at ttc.ca.
Fuck you, Christian. Fucking stupid idiot, jerk off. Fucking idiot that looks at me. And no girlfriend, but not a fucking priest, no read the Bible. And a fucking frog, motherfucker, instead of being a bull. It's your birthday. Remember when you crashed the fucking egg at somebody's in the head? It's your birthday. And that's your fucking birthday gift. Right there, motherfucker. Suck your dick. Here's the thing. It's fucking Mongol. Congratulations, idiot. You lost us both fucking money. It's your fucking house, my apartment, 5 years older. Suck your dick, 5 years, fucking fucking dumbasses. Drunk father. Stupid scared mother. I spare the fucking stupid mother. Here's the thing. I don't cry, Jesus. Here's the thing. Fucking idiots. I had a dream yesterday. And I was in kind of a warehouse for an employer, kind of new, you know, and it took a form. I think the name of the guy was Chris. He was a builder I worked for before leaving Toronto, and he paid fairly. I did a house for him, and then he wanted this shop and extra in shop. He was about to change him, so I recognized this guy. I think it's Chris's name again. So what happened? So yeah, he's telling me, you know what, got lots of work. It's like condos, you know, condos units. And so I'm like, okay. But then I'm telling him, yeah, okay, you know, I can do a quarter of it. And I said, what, I got a couple guys, maybe I can do half of it. He's like, no. So I said, okay, I'll do it alone. And after this, I see some people was gathering. There was a showing off, like where the condos will be in that building. And the personnel or the person who was making the tour said it's gonna be ready in 2022. And after this, and this was flashing. And after this, I'm like, okay. After this, I see the boss. Right after I go, after Chris starts to walk away, and I go and I said, listen, I said, because I realized maybe it was closer. I said, I can do, but I said I'm gonna need money, because I have only 203, or I said 300, 400, and I heard he said, don't say 4. So okay, you know, I said, okay, you cannot say you have too much money, you know, then he won't give it to you. So So people do a donation. I got not so much more money, but here's what's going on. After this, there's gonna be a punch. After this, the boss was there. Fuck off. After this, the boss was there, and I didn't want to ask him money in front of people. And this boss, just like a CEO of a company, you know, or a car dealership, he was following by somebody on his left, and he went up a little ladder, about 1.5 meters. Same fucking woman that look at me over there. They always fucking do this. Fuck you. Fucking idiots come. Fuck off, you fucking bitch. You lack fucking attitude, you fuck. Go love a fucking... put your tongue on the fucking floor, idiot. You know, somebody see you make a fucking movie. From far, they look at you, they come next to you and talk loud. Fucking bitch whore. I will never even do this to a dog. Never mind you're a fucking woman and do this to a man. What a fucking shame on you. What a bitch you are. How many times you fought with a woman, you fucking bitch? You fucking rap music crap. You fucking ape rap rapist. How about that one? I guess rappers don't give themselves away, eh? Nobody rap this ever? Rap, rape? Possessed by the ape? Where do you think that fucking music comes, man? That's the music to rape people. So finally, here's the punch. Well, we're talking about the fucking punch. It's coming. All I have to say it, and it comes before me. Oh, another fucking one. Are you fucking kidding me? What's the fat woman's next to me now? Oh, fucking hell, yeah. Fat disturbs me. Now, the punch was, after this, I said, I better get... After this, I said, after this, I said like this. I said, this guy wanted us to give me a bowl of soup when it was up the ladder, and I felt it was disgusting, so I said no. But first, I think he took one, and he gave it to the guy, I think on the left, that part. And by the way, before all this started, I just remember I did a little square drawing, man, and then after I did it, it started to be blurry. Like my eyes vision was starting to be blurry. And last night I made a video, you might have seen it. If not, it's the one just before this. And I did some high-tech blurry for a couple seconds. So, and I said, hey, he passed. I said, I cannot continue. I won't be able to do this without money, you know, as much as you do. So this video too, yesterday I was thinking, man, I won't do no more unless I get money. Even to God, even to the Spirit, never mind to people. So donate you, or we'll see what God says. And he wanted to give me a soup. Okay, so that's what the third or fourth little scene in the same one. And I said no. And I think he gave one to the guy to his left. He was still on the ladder. He gives it to me anyways. And I give it to the guy, Chris, on my right, which was the intermediary between the boss and him. That boss was the boss. I didn't recognize him. Short hair, like CEO type, whatever. And then he comes down the ladder, and he comes and asks me the bowl. And I said to him, I give it away. I give it to him. He said, why did you give it? I said, well, I thought you had one. He said no. And for me, I thought, you know, I think I said it, or I thought, so, you know, or I said to Chris, you know, keep this. And I was thinking, when he goes and sit on the place to eat, half of his bowl he didn't want people to see, so we could pour the other one in it. So I think obviously the soup, why I would feel disgusted by a soup, you know, that scene, it was almost grayish, a bit more than the other one in the warehouse when he went the ladder. And for me, as I'm asking now, why would I feel the soup disgusting? It's not, you know, the meal. And then I'm like, oh yeah, the black hole that I said that they stole me when I said the 2-star hiding behind. And I heard the voice saying, they don't know about it, they haven't seen it. And I said, these guys haven't seen it, and I attract the attention because before I spoke and I tagged those people message that I spoke about the Centaurus new asteroid population. Before it got published in 23 April, I said it about 5th April, and I tagged it, agent, I titled it, agent find new body, new hidden bodies. So it was between the Centaur with the green theater to a pillar. And that's the theater in Montreal where I was seeing where I was. In Montreal, my girlfriend, little walk, past Prophetic with the house in the corner, walk in the mill, Potter's Field, which was 1, 2, 3 with the virtual racing track. They do the big track racing, the horse. And this year they did it 2 times instead of once. I was not following like the sports before it went down, Prophetic Sports, was not following. And I'm saying, why God is giving me this after? You know, I saw it in the news without even watching the news sport. Anyways, so this soup is the black hole, the closest 1,000 years that I said, hiding behind. So they watched the 2 stars. And I said it's behind something, but God took it away from me. He told me in the dream, he told me what it was. So I guess he said black hole, and he said where. They didn't say where it was. I'm stupid idiot. I heard to not say stupid, but I hate that. They don't say where. Usually, sometimes, you know, they say new black hole. Where? They say it. I gotta check it. But the article that said no. So anyways, so they started to look at 2 stars. They said it. We study 2 stars because when you look how to find a black hole, it's very hard because you can't see it. The light has to reflect and stuff like this. So it seems like the big boss was God. Where am I? Fuck, I'm going the wrong way. Anyways, it's not too bad. And I told him. So it was strange because when he gave the soup, I always felt strange that instead of going the ladder close by there, since he was coming here, he went backwards, turned this way. That means something that I don't know yet. And he went down. Not sure if he gave the soup because I haven't had the impression I had the first one. And he came and he asked me it. So apparently for himself. And I said, because I said no, but he gave it to me. And then I gave it to the guy on my right, which was Chris, or a Christian, or when I put it online, and he said, why did you give it away? I said, well, I thought you had one. Because he said no. And in my opinion, again, it's because I wanted him to put it in his bowl. So when he eats, and we know black hole eats, and when 2 black holes comes together, I said, so people don't see that you eat that much, because he's the boss, you know, when you eat at the cafeteria. I didn't, maybe felt like I wanted to help him to not feel bad and fill his bowl full. So I had the feeling he was putting half, and for him, I wanted to put 2 in 1. But apparently maybe he gave to the other guy. So all this means something. The obvious reason that God gave it to me. If I would have shared, I would probably find about the black holes. Well, I don't know if God wanted me to share despite me knowing. Disgusting. Black hole is disgusting. It's like a soup. It's round. Eating. Black hole eats. But 2 and 1, he said no, and it went the other way. So does this mean that the black holes don't feed on each other, like they say? Because he went the other way. And when I looked at the right, you know what? He had like around this here, but it's strange because I had to look, twist a bit and look. He almost hit it. And it's strange because in dreams of God, God is like, you know what? I read that eagle don't look on sideways, they turn their head. So God in dreams usually is like this. He's not snaky and trying to outsmart looking sideways. He's clean, his spirit, you know what it is without talking sometimes. So the fact that I looked, that's why I felt like he almost hit it. It felt double strange. First the one he twisted side, since it was coming here from the ladder, it was a bit up. So 2 black holes, one upper, one a bit down. The one goes on the right, that one goes on the left. But who was he then? Besides the big boss like God or Jesus, who was he? Well, no, and I'm pretty sure that these guys, whatever I said now, for them it's much easier now because they know the terms and it's obvious. And for me, it might be obvious in 3-4 days by studying. I'm gonna publish this one, and in the meantime, go fuck yourself because I'm on the streets and it's cold. And fuck you for having stealing me since God gave it to me. Fuck you again. And you know what I was thinking? I hate the fuckers. It's always the good guys that goes without school. And the one that went to school because they lost their time and just followed blindly the evil society, sinning and corrupt. Call it, if you don't want to call it sin because it's too religious for you, then call it corrupt. You cannot deny that. Because you don't know everything. You just blind yourself from one particle, maybe of science. You grab the money, you buy yourself, you eat whatever you want, 100,000 or more, people dying, and that's it. Well, just doing my part, right? But that's not my part. And that's why the poor sometimes they want it more, but they can't because you work with power divided, and that's it. That's why Jesus said, blesses the poor. So I was thinking, you know, I was thinking about this. I was thinking, who else was good and didn't went to school? They refused it. Jesus. Now me, a criminal, or fighting, because Jesus, when he was condemned to death, they choose Jesus Barabbas, criminal. You see? And I'm like, okay, you don't choose somebody that is holy, and then maybe God's gonna choose you somebody that got attacked wrongfully and is a criminal. So if you don't choose the white or the criminal, who the heck are you gonna choose? Just the people who go to school like you? So that's what I started to put in mind. Oh, just the guys who go to school. Fuck you, man. You fucking bullshit sold outs. And it's what Jesus said. Are you the Son of Man? I told you, but you don't want to believe me. You know, he said, we have played the good music to dance, and we have played the flute for the dead, but you don't want to dance to either one. So he said, Saint John the Baptist was not eating. You call him crazy, and me, I eat, and you call me glutton. So, never happy. Always an excuse to say the other is wrong, but me, I'm right. Because I was thinking, to who Jesus spoke to these? That's why I was thinking about school. To the priests that went to school. The ones that condemned them, what they had in common with the other ones. School. So when you go to school, you start to accept and be corrupt. You start to accept, yeah. Not only it's us, but you have to go through this. You have to bow your ass, your head to bullshit. Fuck school. If I don't need school to be a saint, or to be a priest, or well, whatever priest today, or to be, because we know bad priests with bad intention, people can study and be a priest, and it's bullshit. We know government and communists can infiltrate the Catholic Church. They ain't gonna choose the one who had a fight. They're gonna choose the one who have no criminal background, and that's a big word, because you know I never got stealing. Was always defended. I stood my ground. You know, maybe 30 fights on the street, struggling artists, but always the people who called. And there was 2 girlfriends, but they were hitting me first, man. Maybe it's the devil who went through them. I don't even want to fucking talk about it because it's 10 years apart. The second one is a fucking possessed, no more teeth now that I left her. Even when I met her, after 2 years, nothing. 2-3 months, she said, "I'm sorry." I didn't even ask nothing. When I saw it, I joked. I did. "You have 50 cents?" One of the first things she told me. I gave her 80 bucks, and that day I was trying to talk. God gives me a prophetic dream. The Bucks, they played basketball, and exact score. And it was 8 points, but I forgot to say how. Because in that box there was like white and dollars, but I couldn't figure how much. And I heard, "Go take 4 coffees." And you see, my routine when I saw her, she was all crazy. And usually she would go but now she would go and she looked back and wait for me and stuff like that, because now she knows that that was the best for her. And anyways, I went, tried to buy her shoes, but then she had a turn because she was probably broke. And when I preached God downtown, I saw her. Didn't even say hi because I was preaching. And she told me she was out of heroin for months, but now I guess on. And as soon as she saw me, took her jacket off. By the time we went in and out, somebody took it. So she was again without jacket, probably bad habits. It's bullshit. Thought abuser, multiple personality. No fucking gay here, man. I put his face down here. So some people sell themselves for a piece of capital. And you know what? Anyways, and the bar, "Go take 4 coffees." Those coffees were $2, and I was just starting the specialty coffee at McDonald's. So me seeing her and losing the whole almost half a day, I lost my routine that I was at that time with a lot of coffee. I don't even take a day. I take tea. So different rhythms, right? And I went. By the time I took 3 or 4 coffees, 3 coffees or 2 coffees, I start to understand. It's $8. $8. It's 8 points. In basketball is 2 points each. So I said by 4. So they're gonna win by 8. So I put. I think it was they won 7 to 8. So I got a good 1,500 that day. And I text her mom. I say, "Hey," I told her, and her mom, because I brought up the father thing, she wouldn't talk to me no more. And I said, "Hey, listen, if she calls you," because she had no phone, I said I can let her buy her jacket she wanted, because I said if I make $1,000 that week, it took not even a day, 1,500. But too crazy. Apparently, her mom took her government check and ran out when the coronavirus went out of town, probably to her own parents and St. Catherine in another city where her as her little kids cannot see. She drives crazy. That's another reason. But to say that, because you know I was not mad. I went to work and overreact, slap here, the bruise, and after being slapped so much, I trusted. She didn't took her meds. She didn't do what she had to do. She lied to me. Didn't answer the phone. Came back. Apparently, a guy fucked her without a condom. Then drink my own fucking beer. That is me. To drink my fucking beer. There's one thing that you have a crazy girlfriend. She tries to get out from her past. She's still pretty, and to my opinion, and she has a relapse or something, because she stopped the drugs, And but this another bad habit, right? But the fact that I drink my own fucking beer, I heard don't get mad, but it was too late when she lied. Was not a big deal. Was not a big deal. She put it wrong. We went out. I had a bike or two. I found another bike. We went out everywhere. We went back inside and everything. And she just went out and I went. And when she called her mom, I heard, go or you're gonna regret. I didn't went. And she said that to her mom. And her mom called the cops that day and all that bullshit home. And I think at that time there was nothing. She went afterwards after a week. And to put the complaint after that, I don't know what the fuck, was so weird, man. One time we returned to my place, we had to leave. We're on Young Street. Oh man, I went, it was half an exorcist, but I was out of church, so I couldn't, even though I had the gift before. She wouldn't go to church. But man, if she would tell her pray, she would pray with the more faith and it will go, but a grain of sand only. And me, I was just trying to do my art, and so I don't know, she probably got arrested herself about 70 times, so I was not the crazy or the bad guy in this. Okay, enough said about the past. Yeah, I was just trying to help somebody. Where? He probably fell down. A fucking croissant. Fuck this virus. I got a mission. But I don't tempt God like this fucking guy. Look at how he sleeps. It's the virus, man. Alright guys, my face is hot and swollen and cold outside, man. It's 9 May. It's fucking snowing in Toronto, man. I gotta get the fuck out, man. Hey guys, send a donation. I really want to return to Vancouver. And man, I'm telling you, I'm like the first part of the dream, I'm returning to fucking art, I think, man. Getting my microphone back, how I was born. And I'm gonna be here. God knows me, why don't you know me? What to do, what to do, what to do. So what to do, what to do, what to do. What to do, what to do, what to do. What to do, what to do, what to do. I smell one. What to do, what to do, what to do. What to do, what to do, what to do. Sorry, man, I haven't seen for 6 months. Completely, I haven't listened to a song. I just eat like I never eat. And I've been out in the fucking freezing cold for the first time the whole fucking year and more. Fucking Trump didn't pay my fucking dream, motherfucker. Lost my time milking this fuck, this piece of shit. Corrupt. You wanna laugh? My girlfriend, I called her and I said, let's go out. She tells me, you know what? We can't. It was at the beginning of coronavirus implementing the rules. She says, well, we can't, you know, we can't go shopping together and all this, social distancing. And I wasn't even sure. And then I went, and man, she fucked this guy up, man. No excuse, man, for women or cheaters, man. Hey, you, give me your mask. He had no mask, by the way. I never know with these guys that they're so lost they cannot even laugh no more. They go like this, robots to work, and they point, you know. Like the cliche old women, you know, they sold out. That's it. That's him over there. Somebody told me a story like this. Poor guy, he went to work. He was a boxing, I don't know, a Greek guy. He calls me if I have work sometimes, Peter. And he went and he went to our school. He said I was lucky, pretty girl. And he went with her, and suddenly he goes to her house in the neighborhood here in Toronto, in Greek, and he says, his father, don't come here no more, you can't. And that day he told me there was a wedding, and he didn't went. And after that he goes, he was invited, or she went, and he's like, you don't come here no more, you can't come here. He closed the door. No, say why. That's the worst. Nobody deserves that. It did happen to me, and that's just like animalistic. It's just revenge. Why? No. He called, no answer. He said, still to this day you can see but he's a good guy, but just, I think that shocked him. He said 2 weeks. He waited. 2 weeks. He stopped the world, man. Anyways, he waited. He said 2 weeks. And he said, I see this guy going, you know, all the Mercedes. I don't know what, this older guy. But he said, I didn't know because there was like people living up. And I thought he was maybe going there. And he said, and then I saw him coming out with her, hands in hands. I say, oh, yeah. The way he said this, I was like, this guy's possessed. He says, oh, yes, it's my lucky day. He went, I don't know if he said lucky day, and he just hit, and he said he didn't stop. And that was back in the days, man, 70s or 80s, I don't know. He went 3 months. He said he went 3 months, the hospital, the guy. He went 3 months, him in jail. Today it's more 3 months and 3 years. But he went 3 and 3. And he said after that, she even called after many years, wanted to go back together after he had kids with her. And the guy started to beat on her. And he said, what, are you crazy? He said this to her afterwards. Oh man. To this guy to this day, he's doing a bit of drugs, but I know him only from work, because I was working for a steady normal guy with he's Greek or something. But he calls me at 12 o'clock when I was doing these movies this summer, and he says, let's go, you have money. I said, what? He said, I'm coming. No, man. Yeah, we're gonna have fun. There's a girl, there's everything. I say, what, you're not working, man? Tomorrow, I'm working right now, I'm telling you. He wouldn't take no for a reason, and man, he called 20, 40 times, and he went there for nothing. He didn't answer, so no. Crazy Golfer was his name. He was driving go-karts when he was young, and they give him that name. I think it stuck to him. Peter Golfer. Crazy Golfer.